Hey, Diane DeWald with CreativeCatCrafts.com. Welcome back. I've got a die hack for you. I've been seeing this hack around the internet, and it's mostly crafters that have been grouping, if they've got like a floral set of dies where it's got a flower and stems and leaves. I've seen them grouping the petals together, the leaves together, and the stems together to cut them efficiently from different colored cardstock. And I thought, why not apply that to alphabet dies? So I did that with the uppercase already. So we're going to go through and I'm going to quickly show you on one set of the lowercase, just like the upper. And the reason these are all jumbled around and not A, B, C, D is that, where did it go? And I'll have this on my website. Let me zoom in, get you a little closer. So out on Wikipedia, I found this English language letter frequency. And this is for not the beginning of the word. This is just utilized throughout. And the source is Wikipedia. And they did this. It's from Robert Lewand in 2000, Mathematician Association of America. And they went through and they categorized the entire English language. They've got other languages as well in this study. So if you're in another country, France, Spain, different language, your letter frequency is going to be different than English. So I went ahead and took the study and then I sorted it by frequency, highest, because I'm going to cut the number of E's, more E's than versus Z, and I took out a decimal point. And the reason I did that is over here in this column, I wanted to see the number of cuts. So at 13%, I'm going to go ahead and cut 14 because you get down here at 0. I wanted at least one cut of those, and I've actually cut additional to that. So let's go ahead and get started in that. And like I said, I've already done, let me pull back out, the uppercase, and I cut it out of 110 pound Neenah Classic Crest Solar White, 110 pound, and there was a little bit of something on that, but it's really nice. And like I said, I cut it out of white because you can color white cardstock with whatever color ink you have, and it's really super easy to do that. Oh, it shows up better on the white. I've got a filter on my camera because I'm trying to stop or lessen the glare on plastic's reflective surfaces, so sorry about that, but my filter is a little darker, and I'm going to see how this films. So let's get this all set aside and get started on this. I just use on this, you can see I'm using blue painter's tape, and then on this side I'm using, I think it's 28 pound copy paper, 20, 24, whatever copy paper you have will work. And I tried tissue paper, I tried 1 ply of a thing of Kleenex, I tried a used dryer sheet, and none of that worked. The stickiness of the painter's tape that I use, which is 3 inch wide, it was coming through all those materials. So I went ahead and swapped over for copy paper. Sorry, my brain decided to shut down. So we're gonna use the frequency for the lowercase that I used for the upper. So I need the O, the T, the E, and the A. We're going to set the rest of those aside. And regular copy paper. And I'm going to move you in That way you can kind of see what I'm doing. And on the ruler, I just want to get a starting point to kind of line up the dies. Doesn't really matter. This is just my OCD, and we're going to lay them side down. So just like that. A, E, yeah, okay. Brain is shutting off today. And kind of close, but not too close, because you want the tape to stick between. So there we go. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of this, just enough, and down smack like that. And just be careful when you're rubbing on this. I go through and I kind of rub around the outside, and if there's the inside, just be very careful that you don't grab this and like rip all the way across. I'm just trying to help this painter's tape get a really good hold. And then I'll pull that up. And for this first one, I'm just going to trim off the excess on the edges. And then once it's secured down, I'm going to trim it back even more. And I'm using a white copy paper. If you've got colored, I'd be very careful just in case if it imprints upon your cardstock. So cardstock, I cut 8.5 by 11 sheet piece of paper in half. So it's 5.5 by 8.5. And this is the first time you've seen my Sizzix machine. Go ahead and get you back out so you can see more of it. I have this, they don't make this anymore. It's discontinued. I love it because I have a little bit of arthritis in my hands, and this is great in that it does the work for me. So I have my magnetic base. Your sandwich may be different for your die cutting machine. And then I'm going to line this up because I want to get as much out of this cardstock as possible. So I want the dies to be on there, and I'm going to skew it a little to the side. And then I'm going to put this up on top. I'm going to roll it forward. Oops. Oh, hang on one second. It's not plugged in. Okay, let's try that again. There we are. Oh, I moved it and forgot to plug it in. Okay, so let me move this out of the way right there and pull that over. And the first cut, you're going to have the copy paper, and see how it just adheres, and they just fall right out. So you're going to have some copy paper, and they just punch right out. But there's the copy paper, and there's, I think the A, yep, the A already fell off. Get the O off of here. Oh, it already came off. Duh. And there you go. There's your letters. A-E, O. There's all your scraps right here. And, whoops. I'm just going to trim this up a little. We'll start on this side. just trimming off, whoops, I can trim off more than that. You don't want to trim off too much, but enough that you kind of reduce the chance for an impression of the edge on your cardstock. That's also why I'm also using copy paper versus like paper towel or something like that. I don't want to get any kind of impression on the top of my cardstock. So let's go ahead and I'm going to do the word love, and I want it all in uppercase. So let me grab my alphabet die for the uppercase. And it's what's really nice about this is you can pull your individual letters off and then put them back later and use them. And I've already pulled out the O and the E, and you have to be really careful pulling them up. And I'm going to see, let's see, L. I haven't done the L. L-O-V. Oh no, I did the L. The L's already been pulled up. It's the V I didn't do yet. So let's go ahead. Sorry for the bouncing back and forth, but I really want you to see this. And I'm going to try to get this. See how there's a little bit of a, I think you can see it. There's a little bit of a lip, and I'm just gently pulling that all the way around without tearing. You have to be really gentle. And because this is a point in the middle, this is going to get really dicey here. So I'm just carefully pulling that. And see how it pulled up a little? And what we're going to do is once it's done, I'm going to straighten this all out. I'm going to run my finger up, and then I'm going to run along the sides to push those back down. And then when we're done, it's just a matter of taking that V, cut my nail so I couldn't pick that up, and just putting it right back down and smooshing it, and see, it doesn't come out, and it fits just perfectly. So let's go ahead and pull that gently off. And I'm going to move this. I'm going to move that. And I went ahead and got some press and seal, because I want to use that. And I'm just going to quickly get some minty tape. Secure that on each side. And we're doing this backwards. So L. O. Ooh. Want that a little closer. I'm doing this on the fly, people. There, perfect. So I want the letters, but I also want, whoops, that's really crooked, the impression. There. That's really close, so we're going to move that over just a smidge. I've had dies be too close, and they've moved as I've been cutting, and I've ruined some dies. So, where did my card? There it is. I'm going to go ahead and use this. I'm going to pull this up and smoosh that down just like that. Here we are. Trim some of this away. Just like that. Let's see. Sorry, I just slid this off the table because I wanted to do this just like that. And this kind of moved just a little. There. There. That's perfect. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. So I'm going to run this over here. Sorry for the noise. I'm hoping my microphone reduces it just a smidge. But let's go ahead. Let's see how this worked. Oh, and that pulls it right up. Oh, that's gorgeous. Gorgeous. And I want to keep this because I want that. And the O, I want to keep that because we're going to put that in the middle. So pull the letters off of this, and I'm going to show you how to color these letters. And I'm going to save this for another time. Oh, that stuff's really sticky. And it did leave a residue. I don't know if I like that. I may have to do that differently. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, so from Altenew, I've got the sticky mat. I'm going to pull this up in a way rather than, this is more flexible than the plastic because I've already creased the plastic. But there's a bumpy side to this as well as a non-bumpy, and I'm putting the bumpy side down. And my letters, I'm just going to stick on here just like this. Oh, had my knife open. And I am using Simon Hurley Love Struck, appropriate name for this. And where's my sticky notes? Well, I don't know where they're at, so we're just going to use one of these scrap pieces of paper. I'll load this up with ink, and just like this. I don't need to pounce off because it's just, I'm just loading these letters up. Really loading them up. And in fact, if I have that, nope, I had that the right way. I did. I just love this. See how easy it is to color these? Ooh, I'm looking some more on that O. There. And can't forget the E. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love this. I love the Simon Hurley. I just got these. I love the ink colors. They're gorgeous and vibrant and so easy to blend. Just like that. Isn't that gorgeous? Just like that. Isn't that beautiful? Love it. Sorry for the shine. So thanks for joining me today and lasting through this wonderful hack for alphabet dies. I think it's just awesome. There, that's the word I'm going for. My husband's downstairs, so I don't want him to hear what I'm working on. But there you go. Thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate your time and have a great rest of your day. And hopefully I'll have another hack for you next week.